हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. We'll sing this song by Srila Vasudev Ghosh. Gauranga Tumi More. Gauranga Tumi More. Dayana Chadi Ho. Gauranga Tumi More. Dayana Chadi Ho. Apana Koriya Ranga. Charane Rakhi Ho. Gauranga Tumi More. Dayana Chadi Ho. तुम्हारा चरण लागे सबते आगे लो शीतल चरण पया शरण लो शरण गौरंगा तुम्हें मोरे दया न छाड़े हो ये कुले ओ कुले मोई दिलो तेलांजलि राखी हो चरणे मोरे अपना रवाले अपना गौरंगा तुम्हें मोरे दया न छाड़े हो वासुदेव घोष बोले चरण धरिया कृपा करे रखो मोरे पद छाया दिया पद गौरंगा तुम्हें हरे राम Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Gauranga tumi more Dayana chadi Gauranga Apana khoriya ranga Apana चरणे राखी हो चरणे गौरंगा तुमी मोरे तयना छाड़ी गौरंगा जय गौर हरे गौर हरे जय गौर हरे गौर जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणा अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की, ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरा पुरी धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने, नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. The meaning of this song is, O Lord Gauranga, please do not neglect to show me your mercy. Making me your very own property, kindly keep me situated at the reddish soles of your feet. With the intention of attaining your feet, I have utterly renounced everything. Now I have taken full shelter of your soothing lotus feet. Whether I am related to this family lineage or that family lineage, I have completely abandoned them all. I beg you to mercifully keep me by your feet, calling me your own. Vasudev Ghosh says, since I have tightly grasped hold of your feet, please keep me here by always bestowing their soothing shade. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Vasudev Ghosh ki jai. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद, जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं, श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः. पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we're very fortunate. We have the association of His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu. So Puruja has been coming here every couple of months. So last time he came in September, and before that also Puruja had come. So we're very fortunate to have his association again. And whenever Puruja comes here, he showers his nectar of Chaitanya Leela, uh, very wonderfully reciting the verses and explaining the pastimes and the lessons from it. So last time Prabhuji had started Madhya Leela, the 10th chapter. So I said, Prabhuji, you can continue. So today evening, tomorrow morning, and Sunday morning also, Prabhuji will be speaking about Chaitanya Leela. And tomorrow afternoon, we will be celebrating Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's appearance day. So Prabhuji will be speaking pastimes of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur tomorrow. So we're grateful for having Prabhuji's association. Let's welcome Prabhuji. We're once chanting from the core of our heart Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. I'm very happy and feel privileged to have been coming here regularly and also being able to render some service to you all and thereby perfect my own life also. Last time we began after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return from South India tour, as it was well settled that he would be settling in Jagannath Puri Dham. So then one by one the devotees started coming from different places to join him to have his association. So now comes Govinda. This is Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Chapter 10th, the Lord's return to Jagannath Puri. Will begin from 131st verse. Earlier, before that, Swarup Damodar Goswami came. He was Purushottamacharya in Lord's Navadvip pastimes. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went mad. How could I survive without Mahaprabhu's association? So he also at once left for Varanasi. There he took sannyas in Mayavadi Sampradaya though, and became, rather he retained his brahmachari name only, Swarup. And then Mahaprabhu would lovingly call him Damodar. So he became famous by the name Swarup Damodar. Sannyasi, so Goswami, Swarup Damodar Goswami. After him comes next day Govinda. So we'll begin with that. Please repeat after me. Hena kale Govindera Haila Agaman Dandavata Kari Kahe Vinaya Vachan. At that time, Govinda appeared on the scene, offered his respectful obeisances, and spoke submissively. Mm, Dandavata Kari Kahe Vinaya Vachan. All the characteristics of Vaishnava are seen by their activities themselves. It is said that Dharma Sthapana Hetu Sadhura Vyavahara. That sadhu, that means a devotee, by his behavior only establishes dharma. So here Govinda is also such sadhu. His behavior we can see how he is a perfect sadhu. He came there and he offered his obeisances. Offering obeisances to Vaishnavas is very important. All the unknowingly committed offenses are forgiven just by paying obeisances. That's why every morning after reciting the 10 offenses to the holy name, we have Vaishnav Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. This is also part of Pranipat, as Krishna says in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Transcendental Knowledge, 34th verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Here we see how all of them are visible in the life of, in the activities of Govinda. He offers his obeisances. Dandavata kari kahe vinaya vachana. So Vinay is very important. Vidya Vinayena shobhate. Knowledge is decorated by humility. Vidya dadati vinayam. One who is knowledgeable, one who is educated, he becomes humble. He clearly understands Lord is great and we are very insignificant. Even the greatest of the scientists like Einstein, Newton, very much adored the Lord, knowing the vastness of his creation and amazing features in his creation. So they also glorify the Lord. So Dandavata Kari Kahe Vinaya Vachan. So Pranipat is seen here, and then his inquiry also will be there, and then service for whole life as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal servant. All are seen in the life of Govind. Next, Ishvara Purira Bhrutya Govinda Moranam Puri Gosaira Agyay Ainu Tomara Sthan. He is not telling his name first. His identity is telling first. What is his identity? I am the servant of Ishwar Puri. And then name. So Ishwar Puri has several servants, so the name needs to be told. So saying Govinda Moranam. And then service immediately. A disciple is no disciple without service by the spiritual master. So he is telling immediately, Puri Gosaira Agya Ainu Tomara Sthan. Because my spiritual master Ishwar Puri, while departing from this world, gave me an order that you go and assist Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his personal servant. So I have come on his order to your place. So we should also learn from this Govind Prabhu that how we should also identify ourselves as the servant of the spiritual master first. That's why we have great responsibility while going around in the society to conduct ourselves properly, because the behavior we have will bring great glory to our spiritual master, to the parampara. On the contrary, if we misbehave, then Prabhupada's reputation will be at stake. If we misbehave while distributing books in street Sankirtan or even otherwise, so then people immediately say, oh, which organization you are from? ISKCON? ISKCON is not a good organization. Just because of our bad behavior, misbehavior, ISKCON will get ill reputation. So we should behave. And on the contrary, if we behave very nicely, then ISKCON gets very good name. The best example is His Grace Jayananda Prabhu. People in New York City did not know about ISKCON organization. But when devotees would go in saffron dress, shaved head, tilak, etc., because Jayanand Prabhu was in such dress, so they would say, who you are? So they say, we have ISKCON devotees. ISKCON? We don't know ISKCON, but do you know Jayanand Prabhu? He also wears clothes like you and all that. Yeah, Jayanand Prabhu, he's from ISKCON only. Oh, that we don't know which organization he belongs to, but whichever organization he belongs to must be the best organization, because Jayanand Prabhu belongs to that organization. Jayanand Prabhu is such a nice friend, such a nice devotee. I love him. Every shopkeeper, every person would say like that. They did not know what is ISKCON. They never visited an ISKCON temple. But just because of the best behavior of Jayanand Prabhu, they would be very much attracted. Mm, So that's how we should also be. Just like in the ordinary village language, people, if somebody tops in the school, so they will immediately ask, whose son is he? That father gets reputation. And if he misbehaves mischievously, like in the college or in the school, if the child misbehaves, they will call parents. Then they go, oh, he's your son. Your son has dash dash dash, has done some mischief. So that's why you have been called. How did you try? How did you train him like this? You should train him nicely. So like that. So our behavior matters a lot. Here Ishwarpur is here. Govinda is so amazing in his behavior, very appealing, very pleasing to everyone. So he's saying ahead, Siddhi Prapti Kale Gosai Agya Kaila More Krishna Chaitanya Nikate Rahi Sevi Hatahare. So words of Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami are also very special. Siddhi Prapti Kale. Perfection at the time of perfection, achieving perfection. Siddhi Prapti Kale. At the time of achieving Siddhi, perfection. What is that? At the time of death. My spiritual master attained perfection, went back home. back to Godhead. In Golok Vrindavan, Ishwarpuri went back home, back to Godhead. Siddhi Prapti Kale Gosai Agya Kaila More. This is the order that my spiritual master gave at the time of his departure from this world. Krishna Chaitanya Nikate Rahi. Please stay near Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, your God brother. Seviha Tahare and serve him. So spiritual master keeps his disciples under the care of some other uh, devotees, maybe God brothers or some elder disciples. So we should also remain under the guidance of our superiors. No point of time we should be independent. A Brahman is certainly independently thoughtful. But how is he independently thoughtful? By subordinating himself to the care of superiors. He is given the freedom to think appropriately as per the scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra. But he should willingly keep himself under the care of some superior. That way, one remains protected and one makes lot of advancement. Maya cannot touch him if we are under care. Just like children under the care of parents are very safe. Wife under the care of husband is very safe. So, like that, disciple under the care of Guru or elder God brothers or other devotees is very safe. Krishna consciousness very much recommends, and Krishna also demands that we be always subordinate, not become independent. Krishna alone is independent. He is Ishwar. Ekale Ishwara Krishna, Arasabha Bhrutya, Jare Jaise Nathaite, Se Taise Kare Nrutya. Krishna alone is independent. Ekale Ishwar Krishna, Arasabha Bhrutya, and all others are servants. The way Krishna makes others dance, they have to dance. So, how will we dance on the tune of Krishna? By dancing on the tune of Guru. How are we dancing on the tune of Guru? By dancing on the tune of superiors. So that is how. When we please superiors, Guru is pleased. When Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. And when Krishna is pleased, everything is perfectly done. Life reaches perfection. So he is so fond of, eager to serve Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has come there. Kashishwara Asibena Sabha Tirtha Dekhiya प्रभु आज्ञाय मुई आइनु तोमा पदे धाइया. Not only he was instructed, ordered, but also Kashishwar Pandit also. And Kashishwar Pandit went for Tirtha Brahman, and then very soon he will also join. He will also be serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu Agyay Mui Ainu Toma Pade Dhaya. Govinda came at once. Kashishwar Pandit has gone for tour of some pilgrimage. Then he will come back. Kashishwar Pandit's seva would be to control the crowd. When Mahaprabhu dances, so many people come close. His dancing is obstructed. So he would, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, move aside. Give enough space for Mahaprabhu to dance. And also when he's passing, so many people just block the way. So he would create the space for Mahaprabhu to go take darshan of Jagannath or come back after taking darshan. That was his service. Gosai Kahila Purishwara वात्सल्य करे मोरे कृपा कोरी मोरे ठाई पाठाईला तोमारे. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, my spiritual master Ishwarpuri always favors me with paternal affection. Therefore, out of his causeless mercy, he has sent you here. Very amazing quality of Mahaprabhu. He is reservoir of all the good qualities, but one that reflects every now and then in his behavior is, whenever some kind of situation like this is there, he glorifies the devotee. Like here he is glorifying Ishwarpuri. Ishwarpuri, my spiritual master, always favors me with paternal affection. Spiritual master is always the father for the disciple. But he is saying, by sending this devotee, Govind here, my spiritual master has favored me a lot. Similarly, when he goes for South India tour and meets Ramanand Rai, so there also he glorifies Sarvam Bhattacharya. That Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, by his association, I developed some affection for Krishna consciousness. Who delivered whom? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered Sarvam Bhattacharya, but he is saying, in the association of Sarvam Bhattacharya, my affection for Krishna consciousness aroused. So Mahaprabhu always glorifies others. Amanina Manadena. He just did not say so. He acted it out also very wonderfully at every moment of his life. Therefore, out of his godless mercy, he has sent you here. So Prabhupada also said that actually all of you, that means his disciples, both boys and girls, have been sent here by the mercy of my spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It is all glory of him. Like that. One devotee was telling that how because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur desired that preaching be done in the Western countries. So then very perfectly Prabhupada came and then he went and he desired that Americans take to Krishna consciousness, other Europeans, Westerners. So then they also were born at such a time that exactly when Prabhupada reached, they were all in their youthful days and Prabhupada could preach to them. Similarly, Prabhupada disciples desired that Western country preaching take place. So now the time has come. The West is blossoming for receiving Krishna consciousness, slowly, slowly speaking up. And the situation also in the future will be arranged in such a way that many Westerners will take to Krishna consciousness. Indians anyway have taken and are taking, but many more Westerners will take to Krishna consciousness. Therefore, out of his causeless mercy, he has sent you here. Next. Etashuni sarvabhauma प्रभु रे पूछिला पुरी गोसाई शूद्र सेवक काहे तर राखिला. So hearing this, Sarvam Bhattacharya inquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how come that Ishwar Puri kept one Shudra servant, accepted him as his disciple? So generally the Brahmanas would initiate other Brahmanas. They would not accept Shudras or for that matter even Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. And so how come Ishwar Puri has accepted Govinda, who was born in a lower family? So that is the question by Sarvam Bhattacharya. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in answer glorifies the power of the spiritual master. The spiritual master can uplift, elevate anybody from any rung of society. It's not a problem for him. And Sanatana Goswami is quoted. Sanatana Goswami says, through the process of initiation, when ordinary low-born person also can be elevated to higher status of Brahmin. Just like bell metal, when mixed with mercury, through the process of alchemy, turns into gold. So similarly, any crude man or woman, through the process of initiation by a great powerful spiritual master, would be elevated to the status of a Brahmin. So, a lot of purport by Prabhupada, Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe, Tara Pravatan. One who has Krishna Shakti, the potency awarded by the Lord, can bring about revolution in the society. So that is about the question of Sarvam Bhattacharya as to why Ishwar Puri accepted एक शूद्र as his servant, disciple. Next, प्रभु कहे ईश्वर हय परम स्वतंत्र ईश्वरेर कृपा नहे वेद परतंत्र. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, both the Supreme Personality of Godhead, here the word Ishwar refers to Krishna, and my spiritual master, Ishwar Puri, and the Guru, are completely independent. Therefore, neither the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead nor that of Ishwar Puri is subject to any Vedic rules and regulations. So the mercy is oceanic. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu. Krishna's mercy is unlimited. Sindhu, ocean. Who can measure the length and breadth and depth of ocean? Ocean is ocean. And Krishna is Karuna Sindhu. So his mercy has no measurement. You cannot measure it with any worldly measuring systems. Similarly, Ishwar Puri, or for that matter, any guru also, is unlimitedly compassionate. For Prabhupada, that famous slogan is there. He built a house in which the whole world can live peacefully. So, like all of us are sitting. So, who knows who is coming from which background? Mostly many are from Kannada background, but some are from some other background also, from Telugu background. So, but because of Prabhupada created a chhatra, created one umbrella under which all can take shelter. Not just Indians from different states, but Europeans, Americans, any person from any race, any caste, creed, color, nationality किरात हुनांद्र पुलिंद पुलकश आभीर शुंभ यवना खशादय यन्ने च पापा यदपाश्रयाश्रया शुद्धन्ति तस्मै प्रभविष्णवे नमः. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that people from different races, different mm, places also, Kirata, Huna, Andhra, and all that list is given. Mongolians, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, Dutch, French, Italian, and Andhra means Telangana. And Prabhupada tells in the purport, so I'm telling. And I used to go there to Warangal. So 7 years I went, so I would find out what it is. Whom am I preaching to? Telangana, they are described in Bhagavatam. So, but many boys were from all over India, but many were from Andhra also. Kirata, Huna, Andhra, Pulinda Pulkasha, Abhira, Shumba, Yavana, Khasha, Adaya, etc., etc., etc. There are many. The spiritual master can deliver. He is very, very compassionate. He doesn't see qualification of anybody who is willing to surrender to Krishna, follow his instructions. Spiritual master is very happy to give him initiation and to give him, take him back home, back to Godhead. It does not matter. Like Prabhupada gave to hippies also. He was so merciful. And even now, many of us may not like to sit amongst them. If the hippies are sitting on the street, and if you are told, do kirtan amongst them, I will say, I will go around them. I will not go in the midst of them. So that's so dirty. Mm. But Prabhupada was so compassionate, the greatest, purest of all pure souls on planet Earth, and is sitting in the midst of most dirtiest and external as well as internally. Those were very dirty. He's going and sitting amongst them. So Prabhupada is so amazing, so merciful. So we are his followers. We should also learn to become merciful. We cannot just be choosy and having hatred towards some individuals just because of their fallen nature. In Marathi, I think Tukaram Maharaj says one Abhanga. He says, "Jeka ranjale ganjale, त्यासी म्हणे जो आपुले, तोची साधू ओळखावा, देव तेथेची जाणावा." Very powerful shloka. From my childhood, we learnt many Abhangas of Tukaram Maharaj. The culture is still there to some extent. I went near Pune, 50 kilometers away for Bhagavata contest. I went to one school in Bhor, the simple village of Bhor. So there, very simple children. So there they have this morning assembly prayers. So one of the Abhangas of Tukaram Maharaj was being sung, and not only was sung by the children, they had this big drum they use on 15th August and 26th January. So the boy was playing also one balai, and they were singing it very nicely, all the children. And we, because we were supposed to announce after their prayers, so we were also standing there, Jana Mana Gana, that prayer, national anthem. And then after that, this, it was so amazing. Nahi nirmala jivana kaya karila sabana. He was beating the drum also. That means your life is not pure. Nahi nirmala jivana, your life is not pure. Kaya karila sabana. What is the use of your soap, applying soap all over? Nirma, Lux, and Santur, and I don't know which are the different brands. What is the use? It's useless because your heart is so contaminated. Nahi nirmala jivana kaya karila saban. So likewise, this one, the earlier one I was telling, Jeka ranjale ganjale, those who are very fallen, low, downtrodden people in the society. Tyasi mane jo apule, one who says they are mine. They are my people. They are Vishnu Jan, so they are mine. Because I am also Vishnu Jan, I am also child of Krishna. They are also children of Krishna. Those who says that all these fallen, lowly, downtrodden people are mine, they are of same category as mine. Tochi sadhu olakava. Know him to be the sadhu. He is so compassionate. Sadhu is known by his that power, that capacity, that quality of forgiveness and also compassion. Para dukkha dukhi. That's a sadhu. Like Prabhupada. So tochi sadhu olakava, deva tethichi zanava. No, the Supreme Lord is also there. Obviously with that sadhu in his heart. Tomara rudhaye sada Govinda Vishram. Govinda ko he mora Vaishnava para. In the heart of pure devotee, Krishna very smoothly, very comfortably resides and enjoys because no material desires. So nice. Like in our life also, we are in search of some friend, who absolutely expects nothing of us. Unfortunately, all people we are surrounded by, they expect so many things. They want some pleasure through us. That's how they are exploitative, and they are not really friends. But sadhu is the best friend, and Krishna enjoys the company of such sadhus. That's why he resides in their heart. Tomar Hruday Sada Govinda Vishram. In our heart, Paramatma, Shantamurti. Because he knows this fellow has unlimited desires, even as sadhakas. Oh Lord, please give me big number of book distribution score. Let me be the topmost fund collector. Let me start many preaching programs. Let by my mercy, hundreds of people get initiated. I only can initiate, but what to do? Through me, let me at least, some gurus are there on the top. Okay, through me, maximum should go for initiation and whatnot. So that's why Paramatma, Shantamurti says, keep shouting at the peak of your voice. I will not be undisturbed. So Krishna is residing in the heart of pure devotees. So he's saying that, therefore, neither the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead nor that of Ishwar Puri is subject to any Vedic rules and regulations. So Vedas have a lot of rules and regulations for it, particularly the Vedic lifestyle. So many strict standards are there, but the sadhu is most merciful. That's why Prabhupada, before going to West, one of the consideration is a sannyasi should not cross oceans. Because beyond this, the land, pious land of India, so it is protected, well protected on three sides, kind of ocean, and the other one side, Himalaya mountain range. So thus it is well protected from all the nasty people of the world. And sadhu should not cross, sannyasi should not cross. But Prabhupada crossed all the oceans because of his compassion. So that's how, we are also recipients of Prabhupada's compassion. We are in the mission of compassion, and we should also be distributing compassion. We should not be passionate. Thoda compassion, that is compassion. We should be compassionate, not passionate. Many of the smarta brahmanas and all were supposed to be in the mode of goodness, but they are quite passionate. They are so arrogant, and thus they are very passionate. Whereas pure devotees is carried away by compassion. Next, Ishwarera Kripa Jati Kuladi Namane Vidurera Hare Krishna Karila Bhojane. So Mahaprabhu is very expert in his discussion. He's saying Ishwarera Kripa Jati Kuladi Namane. Ishwar again both refers to Krishna also, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as well as Ishwar Puri also. Ishwar Kripa Jati Kuladina Mane does not recognize Jati, Kul. What he is saying? जाति धन विद्या बल न करे अपेक्षा खोदनी थाय बड़ो सुखेर खबर गाय बड़ो सुखेर खबर गाय. In that song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's saying, I have a very good news. Bado sukher khabor gaye. I'm singing the news of happy tidings. What is that? Surabhi kunjete namer heart kholeche. In the Surabhi Kunj, in the Navadvip, Godrum Dvip, Surabhi Kunj is there. There namer heart. Heart means marketplace. A marketplace of holy name has been opened by Sri Nityananda Rai. And he describes the characteristics of Nityam Prabhu. And there he is saying, Jati Dhan Vidya Bol Nakare Apeksha. Jati, which Jati you belong to? Like maybe in your, I don't know, in Karnataka, who are there? In Tamil Nadu, there are Ayers and Iyengars, I think. Here who? In Andhra, Reddys, huh? Lingayats, and Gaudas. Yeah, Lingayats, Gaudas. In our Maharashtra, Joshi and Kulkarni, like that. Then Pandits, Chattopadhyay, Bankopadhyay in Bangla, and then Varma, Sharma, Karma, all of them. So all very prestigious families, lineage, Jati, Rajputs of Rajasthan, and many others like that. But Jati, Dhan, how much money you have, no consideration. Many gurus, so-called sadhus in India, they look for very rich disciples, rich followers. Because one you get is like a big fish. You get him in your net, then a lot of your projects and lot of name fame comes. Many of your matas can be established by him alone. So much money he has. And many of those sadhus, after their death, the matha has been found with so much of money also. Truck full. All that money was hidden inside. But Prabhupada was not like that. Two youngsters of America, they were going from sadhus visiting from India. So when they came across Prabhupada, they attended Prabhupada's session, the class and kirtan, etc. At the end, they would meet the sadhu personally. So both of them came. Prabhupada started talking to them. While talking, very soon, as Prabhupada is inquiring what your details, etc. So then it was very clear one person is son of very rich man, and other his friend was son of poor man. So when that was revealed, Prabhupada came to know there was absolutely no difference in his behavior, in his speech, in his attitude before and after knowing this. He was the same. He was not bit attracted to the rich man. Till now, their experience was as soon as this would be known to the sadhu, immediately his whole focus would turn to the rich man's son, and then he would very kindly, lovingly would talk to him. Another one he would neglect because he's a useless fellow, son of poor man. What's the use? But Prabhupada was never like that. They could see that, they understood, they realized, they offered their lives at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. They both became his disciples. So Prabhupada was not after money. When Param Puja, this His Holiness Giraj Swami Maharaj, he became Hare Krishna devotee and he became brahmachari also. So parents were very much concerned. They flew from Chicago to India and they met Prabhupada. Then father gave blank check to Prabhupada with his signature saying, Swamiji, write any amount, but give me my son back. Take any money. I have no dearth of money. His father was the biggest lawyer of Chicago. Eventually, he went on to become High Court judge also. So he said, write any amount, give my son back. So then Prabhupada said, no, 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 he is your son. You can take him like that. He said, no, no, take money. He thought maybe Prabhupada is not meaning it like that. Then Giraj Maharaj said, Prabhupada, you keep the check also and you keep me also. It will be double advantageous. Prabhupada was undisturbed. Prabhupada said, no, not like that. He's your son only. He's a very nice person. He wanted to be here. You can take him. If he desires, you can take him. So they said, come son, your sadhu, your sannyas, your guru is telling, you are ours. So come. Immediately Giraj Maharaj said, no, he may send me to you, but I will never come to you. I will remain with my real father. Prabhupada is my real father. Like that. So Prabhupada was completely impartial. Never Vidya, Dhan, Jati, Bal, Vidya, education. To Prabhupada's lotus feet, very, very educated people came, like Ravindra Swarup Prabhu, Bhakti Swarup, Damodar Maharaj, PhDs from American universities. Jayanand Prabhu was mechanical engineer from America. And kind of illiterates, our college dropouts also came. So many, Jayadvaita Swami, and many other disciples of Prabhupada. So they were not happy with all this college. They understood it's all bogus. It's useless. So they understood what we have not yet understood. So that's why they are most intelligent people like that. So they also came, and Prabhupada did not differentiate who is educated, who is not educated. That did not matter to him. Prabhupada himself had kind of dropped out slightly towards the end because he met Bhaktan Thakur. And he was influenced by Gandhiji, who said we should not take this, what you call, foreign degree. His college was Scottish Churches College. So he did not go only for that, what they call, convocation and something, in which one receives the degree. Prabhupada said, I don't care. So we are in Prabhupada's parampara only. So college dropout is a very nice sign. If it is told by Guru Parampara, one may do that. Some of the Prabhupada disciples, they came just before that, getting degree. The other brahmachari said, hell with it, forget it, no need. But some others said, no, no, it will be helpful in preaching. You can give that final exam and come back. So they gave also, some of them. So Vidya, Dhan, Jati, Bal, physical strength, that is also not seen by the spiritual master. Ishwarera Krupa Jati Kuladina Mane, and he's giving example. Vidurera Ghare Krishna Karila Bhojane. We know that famous pastime that Duryodhan invited Krishna to his house, to his palace. He made Chappan Bhog, 56 offerings, and said, Krishna, all made in pure ghee. Come. He's ordering only. What kind of invitation is it? Krishna said no. Only in two conditions one visits somebody else's house for dining with them, prasadam. If one is very hungry or if the person is calling with love. So neither am I hungry nor have you got any love for me. So why should I come to your house? Forget it. So then he dropped that. He did not go, but he went to the house of Vidur. And that pastime is there that Vidur was not at home, Vidurji, but his wife was there and she was surprised. Lord has come to our house. We are so poor. How what a fortune. So she gave somehow one mat. They are very poor. And what else? What to feed? Nothing is there. Bananas are there. She brought bananas. She peeled bananas and offered the peels to Krishna and was throwing the banana. And Krishna was also eating peels after peels. After some time, when Vidurji came, he was shocked. Lord is at my house. So amazing. I'm so happy, blessed. But then he was shocked. Wife, what is she feeding? Bananas are lying there. And one banana peel is in Krishna's mouth halfway through. One is in his hand. And third one is in her hand, offering it to Krishna. Then he shouted, "You foolish lady, what are you doing?" And she was wondering, what happened to my husband? Why is he calling me foolish? And then she realized, what is that? Peel is in my hand, and one is in Krishna's hand, and one is in his mouth, and all bananas are lying there. She felt so embarrassed. Oh, what a fool! What a foolish thing I did. But Krishna says, no. Actually, I am hungry for love. I'm not hungry for these bananas and other things. And she's offering me with love, so I accepted. दुर्योधन का भोग न खायो रूखे शाक विदुर घर खायो ऐसे प्रेम पुजारी राधे श्याम 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 राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम. So Duryodhan ka bhoga na khayo. He did not accept 56 offering. But Rukhe Shak Vidur ghar khayo. There it is said, Rukhe Shak, very what you call boiled vegetable kind of shak. Krishna accepted in the house of Vidurji because there was love in their heart. So Lord does not see all this. In one of the shlokas, Rupa Goswami quotes in Padyavali. So he says, Vidurasya ka jati. What was the caste of Vidurji? As we know, when Vichitravirya died, so then his wives, that Ambika and Ambalika, they were widows without children. And Kuru dynasty has to proceed further. So what to do? So those days, in earlier ages, there was Devarena Sutotpatti also, producing child through husband's brother. So Satyavati used that formula by calling her another son Vyasdev. And Vyasdev, when Ambika was to face, she was told Satyavati's son will come to impregnate you. So she was dreaming about Bhishma only, because Satyavati's another son known to her was only Bhishma. So she thought, oh, Bhishma is so chivalrous, so beautiful, so powerful. And when the door opened and Vyasdev came, she was shocked. What a ugly person, all beard and matted hair. She closed her eyes, and as a result, all throughout she was with closed eyes. The child born would be blind child. So what is the use? That's what Satyavati thought. Then she thought, okay, next daughter-in-law, Ambalika, she can be. Again. So Ambika had told Ambalika, see, not Bhishma, very ugly person will come. Don't close your eyes, otherwise your son also would be born blind. So when she prepared her mind, but still she was not aware as to what is going to come. And when door opened and Vyasdev came, she was shell shocked. My God, this person is more ugly than what was told by Ambika. But she was told not to close eyes, so she was like very fearfully was not closing her eyes. But then she fainted and she became pale. That's why the son born was pale in complexion. So Pandu, his name was only Pandu, and he was weak physically, not as strong as Dhritarashtra, but he was blind. So then again Satyavati decided, okay, now Ambika can be again uh, producing the child through Vyasdev. This time both of them were not agreeing. So very intelligently they forwarded one maid servant who was serving them. She was a Dasi. And that Dasi, through that Dasi, as they produced Vidurji. So Vidurji is the son of a kept maid servant. So that way low born. So Vidurasya kya jati? That shloka says several things. That what was the intelligence of Gajendra? What was the beauty of that Kubja? And Paurushatva? What was the manliness of Ugrasen? He was defeated by his own son, rather imprisoned also. Krishna had to rescue him afterwards. And after rescuing also, everybody was desiring Krishna to become the king of all the Yadus and Vrishnis, Satwatas. But Krishna is very kind. He said, no, Ugrasen ji, you would be the king. He said, no, 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 what? You be the king. Krishna said, no. We Yadavas have been cursed by our ancestors that we can never be on the ruling post. So you be there and we will be assisting you. I'll be assisting you. I'll be acting as counselor. So what Ugrasen had the power. He did not have physical power. But the sloka last line says that Bhakti Tushyati Madhava, that only devotional service pleases the Lord. So all these people, like Vidur here in particular, had bhakti for the Lord. That's why Lord accepted Bhojan Prasad in his house, not in Duryodhan's house or anybody else's house. So that is told by Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next. Sneha leshapeksha matra Sri Krishna Krupar Snehavash Haya Kare Swatantra Achar. Lord Krishna's mercy is dependent only on affection. Being obliged only by affection, Lord Krishna acts very independently. So anybody who calls out to Krishna affectionately, Krishna is bound to get sold out to him. Affection, love. That word bhakti comes twice. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadham bhakti uparutam. Ashnami prayatana. Twice. So Prabhupada says, if one offers me with love and devotion. So bhakti means love, one, and another is devotion. Prabhupada says also, love is not a noun. Love is a verb, means service. Anybody says, I love you, you should be ready to serve the other person. So just like mother says to the child, I love you, she should be ready to serve the child. So if we love Krishna, we should be eager and we should serve Krishna. So affection is very dear to the Lord. Anybody with affection offers Krishna anything, Krishna accepts. We were discussing in the morning that Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So Patra is eatable, Tulsi leaf. Water, eatable. Then Phal, fruits are eatable. Fool, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, Pushpam. Flower also Krishna eats. He said Ashnami. If you offer marigold flower, Krishna will eat. Rose flower, lotus flower, any flower, he will eat. Our acharyas have told. Because he has said Ashnami. Because you offer him with love, he will eat it. So that is Krishna's greatness. Many of us may not prefer to eat rose flower, marigold flower. No. So fruit juices, amaras, haribol. But marigold petal juice may be bitter. With a lot of adding sugar also, we may not accept it. We may not like it. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is obliged by loving, affectionate call. That's one of his qualities is gratitude, grateful. One of the 64 qualities of Krishna described by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, translated by Prabhupada as summary study, the nectar of devotion. Krishna is grateful. Grateful means one who just does not forget the magnificent behavior of his friend. And the example given by Prabhupada is of Draupadi. When she was getting disrobed and she tried everything, she tried to appeal to Kuru elders like Dhritarashtra and Bhishma, who were helpless. She asked her husbands, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev, please, I'm your wife. You're supposed to protect me. At the time of marriage, you have taken vow that you would protect me in all situations. They were helpless. They hung their heads down, saying that we are already defeated. We have lost ourselves. What can we help you? She tried with her physical strength, nothing worked. Then she understood nothing but Krishna can protect. Only Krishna can protect me. That Rakshashati iti Vishwasa, one of the sixth characteristics or symptoms of surrender. Third one is Rakshashati iti Vishwasa. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam Rakshashati iti Vishwaso Gopatrutve varnam tata Atmanikshepa karpanye Sadvida Sharanagati. 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. Anybody who is surrendered, how to know? Through these 6 symptoms. How much he is accepting favorable principles, or devotional progress, how much is rejecting unfavorable principles, whether he has, how much is deep is his faith that Krishna will definitely protect. That's why he will be taking all kinds of risks for Krishna. Prabhupada is the best example. At the age of 70, with 40 rupees, going to West in for 38 days travel on a cargo ship to heart attacks. Nobody known there, not even equipped fully, not even having proper health physically, but embarking on such a arduous journey with absolutely no caring about his own existence, just out of compassion for. So that is showing his complete surrender. Rakshashati iti vishwaso. Gopatrutve varnam tata. Krishna is my maintainer. Why should I worry about my maintenance? अमितव नित्य दास जानिनु ये बार আমার পালন ভার এখন তোমার. Now I have realized that I am your eternal servant. So my maintenance, O Lord, is your responsibility now. I don't care for my maintenance. You take care of me. So that is Gopadrutve Varnandata Atma Nikshepa, full self surrender, depending on the Lord in all circumstances, and Karpanya, humility. These are the 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. So what were we talking before that? Why we went in this? Huh? Huh? Draupadi. So Draupadi was, she understood nobody can help me. So then only Krishna can protect me, and she called out, Hey Krishna, Hey Govind, Hey Gopijana Vallabh. Oh Lord, please protect me. And then Lord at once appeared in the form of Sari. Lord is Ananta, unlimited. Then his incarnation of Sari is also unlimited. So much so, Dushasan, with the strength of 10,000 elephants, was pulling and pulling and pulling. Hours passed by. He became tired, sweating, sat down, saying, I cannot do anything. So Dushasan got defeated. So Lord protects. One should have faith in the protection of the Lord. Prabhupada had that full faith. So we also, being followers of Prabhupada, we are also trying to surrender. We should develop this faith. Krishna will definitely protect me. So the Rakshishati Iti Vishwaso principle has 2 sides. Our acharyas have told, Rupa Goswami and others acharya, that one is only Krishna can protect me. And the example is Mother Draupadi, because nobody else could protect her. And other is Krishna will surely protect me. Example is Prahlad Maharaj. Why should I care about protecting my body? Krishna will surely protect me. Whether I am thrown off the cliff, I am thrown in a hot boiling oil, I am trampled beneath the feet of mad running elephants, I am fed a glass of poison, Krishna will surely protect me. I don't worry. He did not even care to protect himself, because such confidence, such firm faith he had, that Krishna will surely protect me. So Lord Krishna's mercy is dependent only on affection. Being obliged only by affection, Lord Krishna acts very independently. Similarly, it is said after killing Shishupal, when Sudarshan Chakra came back in the hands of Krishna, so it is said that his finger got cut. This is in relationship to this that only. So then, when Subhadra, his younger sister, saw, oh, my brother's finger is cut, blood is flowing. So she ran frantically here and there, searching for some cloth piece. But when Draupadi came to know, immediately she took the end of her sari, immediately tore it off and tied it on the finger of Krishna. And Krishna, as he was being tied up by the cloth strip by Draupadi, so he looked at Draupadi and said, you have given me a small piece of cloth, I'll give you unlimited piece of cloth. Reciprocation. So when Draupadi called Krishna, Hey Krishna, Hey Govind, Gopijanola, Krishna was way far there in Dwarka. But the call of Draupadi was increasingly creating gratitude in his heart. Krishna was becoming more and more grateful to Draupadi that she is calling me, calling for my help. How could I not go? So Prabhupada says, if Draupadi, when called out, Krishna's gratitude went on increasing in his heart towards Draupadi. So how his gratitude will not be for us when we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only what is missing somewhat in us is calling affectionately. Just calling mechanically, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Accounts, donation office. Acha? Okay. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. All scanning japa. They call radar japa. scanning everything. Radar is an radar. Radar is that below the boat. This radar satellite. So it scans everything. So like that, our Japa is scanning everything. The whole temple hall. Oh, new temple is coming. Why the Shad Goswamis are there? And this and that. So we are not having so much affection. That is a problem. The affection is what Krishna is hankering for. Even in the 12.9, I believe, where he says, Atachittam samadhatum na shaknosi maistiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichchaptum dhananjaya. First and topmost principle is Mayeva Mana Adasu. Fix your mind on me, O Arjun, Krishna says. But in case you are not able to fix because mind is not so pure, while chanting it doesn't fix on Krishna, how otherwise could? Quite difficult. So that's why Krishna is considerate. And then he says, Atachittam samadhatum na shaknosi maistiram. If you are not able to fix your mind on me, abhyasa yogena tato, then engage in regulative principles of devotional service. Perform Vaisi sadhan bhakti. But one extra thing added is Mam Ichhaptum Dhananjay, with the desire to achieve me. You perform devotional activities as a sadhaka practitioner. So this sometimes is missing in us. We are not desiring to achieve Krishna. Okay, so Guru Maharaj has told I should chant 16 rounds. I'm initiated, supposed to chant, I will chant. 16 rounds are over, I'm ecstatic. I'm liberated soul. Liberated from japa, liberated from harinam. Harinam will liberate me, or I don't know, but I want to liberate myself from harinam. And when 16th round is over, I get liberated. So that affection is not there. That's why we should hear katha and we should associate with devotees who have affection. Then we also see how they have affection. I heard one Mataji in the Western countries, when she was traveling in a train, she booked the entire AC compartment because she was carrying her deities. And she wanted complete highest standards and worship everything in the train. So she booked entire bogie just for her and her deities, and she did all offerings, everything as per regular home worship, etc. It's amazing. And we may not afford it, so, but she could, and she did it. So affection matters. Being obliged only by affection, Lord Krishna acts very independently. So then Krishna will not worry about all these rules and regulations and all that. He just sees devotee is affectionate to me. That's why Shabari also, according to Pancharatriki Vidhi, and those who get Brahmin initiated inside, so many strict rules and regulations. Anything you touch here and there, immediately you have to do Achma. In the beginning, one doesn't know, but when he enters and under the guidance of superiors, senior pujaris, and immediately he'll be corrected. Prabhu, do Achman. You touch the ground, you touch the wall, you touch this, you touch that. Nothing you're supposed to touch, and you touch, immediately you have to purify your hand. Like that. So many rules and regulations. But Shabari, what Shabari did, she just offered uh, those kind of fruits, and Lord Ram happily accepted. So affection matters. Next, 140th. Maryada haite koti, sukha sneha acharane, Paramananda hayayara, nama shravane. In conclusion, dealings in affection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead bring happiness many millions of times greater than dealings with Him in awe and veneration. Simply by hearing the holy name of the Lord, the devotee is merged in transcendental bliss. So certainly Raganuga Bhakti is superior to Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Our goal also is supposed to be that to develop that raga, affection to Krishna. Currently we are doing as rituals, as rules and regulations with not much affection. We have affection or love for our Guru, Prabhupada. So we have accepted these rules and regulations. But by going on with these practices, we should also try to develop affection for Krishna directly. So then we'll come to Raganuga stage and then Bhava and Prema stage. Eta boli Govindere Kaila Alingana Govinda Karila Prabhura Charana Vandana. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Govinda, and Govinda in turn offered his respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. So that Ishwar Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So he also mm, accepted. Govinda was kind of not exactly put down, but the question was, just imagine in public, in the midst of Vaishnavas, if you are asked, somebody says, "Oh, why this low born devotee was accepted by his spiritual master?" But Mahaprabhu spoke, defended the position of Govinda as well as all the pure devotees, despite their, so to say, materially lower position. And then at the end, Mahaprabhu embraced only Govinda. What more than that? Govinda at once touched the lotus feet of the Lord. प्रभु कहे भट्टाचार्य करह विचार गुरुर किंकर हय मान्य से अमर. So down next side, one thing is establishing the position of Govinda, why Ishwarpuri accepted him despite his low birth. Now next problem with Mahaprabhu is, how could I accept Govinda as my personal servant? He is my god brother who served my spiritual master. Like our spiritual master is served by some personal servant. How would we accept him as our personal servant? He has served my spiritual master. How can I accept him? I'm not at par with my spiritual master. I'm just an insignificant servant of my spiritual master. How could I accept? So that is the discussion next. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that consider this point: the servant of the spiritual master is always respectable for me. Tahare apana seva karai tena juyai guru agya diya china ki kari upay. So how could I engage him in my service? He has served my spiritual master, and but the spiritual master also has ordered him to serve me. So he is like in Dharma Sankat, Chakravyuha. He is not able to decide. So he is putting the case in front of Sarvam Bhattacharya, who is a learned scholar, and see how he sorts that situation. Bhatta kahe Gurur Agya Haya Balavan Guru Agya na langhiye Shastra Praman. So it is true that one should not accept one's god brother as one's personal servant. But of all the instructions of the scriptures, the topmost instruction is spiritual master's order. So here is the order of Ishwar Puri to Govinda that he should become servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's it. Then he is quoting from Raghuvamsh, one literature in which it is said, being ordered by his father, Parshuram killed his mother, Renuka, just as if she were an enemy. When Lakshman, the younger brother of Lord Ramchandra, heard of this, he immediately engaged himself in the service of his elder brother and accepted his orders. The order of the spiritual master must be obeyed without consideration. And next is the order of a great personality like a father must be executed without consideration, because there is good fortune in such an order for both of us. In particular, there is good fortune for me. So Parshuram's father was Jamadagni, a very great devout servant of the Lord. So that's why Parshuram, without any consideration, he at once chopped off the head of his mother as well as his brothers. And knowing the power of Jamadagni, as that was done, immediately Jamadagni was very pleased. He said, "My dear son, I'm very pleased. Ask for any benediction." He said, "Two benediction, revive both of them, my mother as well as my brothers. And second, they should not remember that I had killed them." Otherwise, whole life will be problem. Mother will say, "Son, how did you chop off my head?" And the brother says, "Brother, is this the way? How did you chop off our heads?" So amazing. But our father may not be of that caliber. So we may not follow our father. But spiritual master should be followed. Here the consideration, father means spiritual master. तबे महाप्रभु तारे कैला अलिंग अंगीकार आपन श्री अंगे सेवाए दिल अधिकार. Mahaprabhu accepted Govinda and offered his body to be served by him. So this is he's doing as a service, offering his service, his body in service for him to serve that body. प्रभुर प्रिय भृत्य करी सबे करे मान सकल वैष्णवेर गोविंद करे समाधान. Because Govinda was everyone respected Govinda as the dearest servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like we can see in ISKCON, Guru's personal servant, how every devotee will be going, Prabhu, Prabhu, please give me Guru Maharaj Mahaprasad. Please give something that is used by Guru Maharaj. Or please offer this prasad to Guru Maharaj. I have these fruits, please give him. Govinda afterwards will be doing all these kind of services. That's why he was everybody loved him. And Govinda served all the Vaishnavas and saw to their needs. He did not just serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he also served all the Vaishnavas. So this is speciality of Govinda. He could have said, oh, I am sent only to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So hell with others. I don't care. No. He knew that without pleasing devotees, I just cannot please Mahaprabhu directly. So he also served all the Vaishnavas very nicely. Chota Bodo Kirtaniya, Dui Haridas, Ramai Nandai Rahe, Govindera Pash. Both Haridas Senior and Haridas Junior, who were musicians, as well as Ramai and Nandai, used to stay with Govinda. So Govinda's glorification, because he was respectful to devotees, was eager and was serving devotees. So Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is also glorifying Govinda here itself. Govindera Sange Kare, Prabhura Sevan, Govindera Bhagyasima, Nayaya Varnan. They all remained with Govinda to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, no one could estimate the good fortune of Govinda. So, some devotees do that. They meet the personal servant of some guru and ask him some services and do like washing the dhoti kurta, or maybe cleaning the room, or cooking, different varieties of things, or secretarial services. They communicate everything through the personal servant. So, being personal servant is very nice, but also one has to be carefully doing that service. Otherwise, seeing the great soul physically very closely, one may misunderstand him and may ruin his progress in spiritual life. Prabhupada, so many personal servants fell down from the path of Krishna consciousness because they watched Prabhupada very closely and watched him from material viewpoint, so they misunderstood him. Then they committed wrong. Only few great souls like Harishauri Prabhu, Shirtakirti Prabhu, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, some few personal servants, they were very careful. Vando Mui Savadhana Mate. I should worship my spiritual master with great caution. So they were very careful. They were not watching Prabhupada with material vision. They were hearing him with spiritual vision. That is the responsibility of this disciple, personal servant, to hear spiritual master. Then he understands spiritual master is very exalted. If he just watches him, his physical activities, he may misunderstand. And the danger of committing offense is there. Guru Avagya. Okay, so that pastime ends here. Other one will begin tomorrow. Any question? Yes. Yes.
Okay, they cannot be
On
king
the
on the path.
yes.
How come in Dwaraka Krishna was a king and
In Dwarka also, Ugrasen is also Ugrasen the king. That's why when the Kuru, what is not Kuru, this Yadav children headed by Samba. Samba was dressed like a woman and a pregnant lady. They put a pillow there under sari, and then they went to the sages like Durvasa, Narad Muni, and as children, this they are playing. I said, "Oh, great sages, could you please tell? This girl is very eager to know what would she produce. That means son or daughter, boy or girl. So anything they say, boy or daughter, girl, is wrong because there is no, she's not pregnant only. He's a Samba, he's a boy, like that. Then those sages became very angry. They said she will not produce a boy or a girl, but she will produce an iron mace, which will be the cause of destruction of entire, this Vamsh, like that. And they were shocked. Immediately they uncovered the sari and out came a huge iron mace. Immediately all the children ran to Ugrasen. And by Krishna's arrangement, Krishna is not there. Nor did Ugrasen, who would consult Krishna every time, thought it wise to ask Krishna. He immediately ordered, oh, this is cause of our whole dynasty going to be the cause. immediately pulverize, make it powder and throw it in the ocean. So they did everything and they threw it. Then all those iron particles, they went with the waves and again they came back to the shore and they got planted, came out as very hard sticks like that. And Krishna, knowing the time for him to go back home, back to God has come. And these Kurus, these not Kurus, these Yadavas, in my separation will create disturbance in the society on the planet Earth. So I should better send them first. So he told them, now we are seeing so many dangerous omens in the outer sky. So I think we should go to Prabhashetra and perform dan, charity, yagya, etc. So they all went there and there they took one beverage by which they got intoxicated. In the intoxication, they started beating each other. They uprooted the sticks. They were beating each other, killing each other, and they attacked Krishna and Balram also, who also took the sticks and beat them and killed them. And they all were sent back to Godhead. So here you can see Ugrasen is the king. They consulted Ugrasen.
Ugrasen was ruling Mathura, right?
Yes, the Mathura only extended to Dwarka because when Kalayavan and others created problem, Jarasan. So for their safety, overnight only Krishna shifted most of them to Dwarka. And in the morning when they got up, and they are wondering because they are not in Mathura. So they are saying Dwarkaha, Dwarkaha. Where is the door? Where is the door? So that is Dwarka. That is in the midst of ocean. And this Mathura's kingdom all the way extended to Dwarka. So the vast kingdom.
Then how come Krishna was calling Dwarakadish Prabhuji?
Yes, he is the king. He is the master always. But he did not take officially the post. Yes. Hmm.
Towards the end, you were mentioning about this Raganuga Bhakti and all. Last week also, Bhakti
Pracharak,
Parivrajacharya
Parilakacharya.
Maharaj also was saying, now this Raganuga Bhakti, now we are doing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. How is it going to be? How are we going to progress? Is it only the desire that we go on cultivating? I should attain Krishna that way. Eventually, that
Yes, hearing the spiritual master, reading Prabhupada books, we will. And we are all followers of Rupa Goswami, who in Golok Vrindavan is Rupa Manjari. Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Sei Mora Sampada Sei Mor Bhajana Pujana. So in his Siddha body, he is Rupa Manjari, directly under Lalita Sakhi, who is directly under Srimati Radharani. So close, closest. In fact, in Radha Krishna pastime, more closely are served by Manjaris. So topmost Manjari is Rupa Goswami, and she only comes as Rupa Goswami. So we are all Rupanugas. Prabhupada says this whole Krishna consciousness movement is going under the direction, supervision of Rupa Goswami. So reading Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, these are very important things for us sadhakas to develop eventually Raganuga stage. Raganuga, this Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti should be done. All the rules, 64 regulative principles, which Rupa Goswami has given. So when we follow them, eventually we will develop raga, affection, attachment to Krishna. Especially hearing. Yes.
Pointed out, Prabhuji, this. Like why Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya openly asked, is there any reason, explanation given?
Lord in his heart inspired so that Mahaprabhu could extol the glories of devotion and the independent, powerful nature of Krishna as well as Ishwarpuri. That is not to demean position of Govinda. Not like that. What is asking? Any other? Two questions.
I have one question,
One
Prabhuji.
question. Okay.
Like this Vidura, like we said that he's a Sudra, but he is the son of Vyasdev. Indirect. But Vyasdev is the son of Parsuram. So that way, like he's belongs to
Parshuram.
Sorry, Parashara Muni.
Parashar Muni.
So that way he is the Brahmana. So it's not that like in general like lineage comes from the father, not from the mother.
Yeah,
How
but
it
this
was.
is a special case, na? This is Devarena Sutotpatti. So by there may be so many other considerations there, but the way acharyas have told, he is considered Shudra. That is somehow there it is mother's side, not father. So many places it is like that. Like here we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself saying. Similarly, the Rupa Goswami shloka also he says Vidurasya ka jati. What was the caste of Vidura? That means he is not Brahmin. Vedas can be considered the topmost of Brahmanas. Parashar also. But Vidura is not considered like that. Yeah. Yes. But that is true. But here his question is still Vena is the son of Anga only. That's how he becomes next king. So why Vidura is considered as a low born Shudra? Just because from mother side. Father side, father is Brahmin, Vasdev, who is son of Parashar Muni. That is his question. But acharyas have told like that only. So that's how we accept like that. There may be some subtleties and some finer points in the scriptures, which at least I am not aware of. We'll have to find out why so. Yes. Any other? Okay. So we'll end here then. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्रील कृष्णास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Harish Prabhuji. So this Katha will continue tomorrow morning also, 8 a.m. Morning class will be there. And then followed by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day celebration. It will start at 10:30 with Kirtan and followed by lecture of Prabhuji and then Pushpanjali and Arati. So kindly come for this program. Now there is prasadam for all the devotees. Devotees can go to prasadam hall. So let's thank His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu by once chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.